Dear grade 2 students, this is our chapter about fractions, and as we said yesterday, we are doing comparing of fractions. Now, first thing I would like you to know is the word unit fractions. And unit fraction means when the number on top or the numerator is 1. So if it's 1 over 2 or 1 over 3, 1 over 4, we call that a unit fraction. Any fraction with 1 on top. Right? So for this hands-on activity, we are going to need just one big piece of paper cut into 3 equal parts. I did this so that I can show you how the half, the third, and the quarter, or the 1/4 looks like. So get yourself ready and let's start. Alright, now, so what I'm going to do here, what I did here actually is that I cut my big piece of paper into 3 equal strips, and I divided one into 2 equal parts just by folding it like this, like so. Right? And then I'm going to cut it with a ruler. Okay, now I'm going to use markers to label my sheet, because this piece was, this strip was divided into 2 equal parts, so I'm going to label my fraction here 1 over 2, which is half, and this is another 1 over 2. Why did I label it 1 over 2? Because the total number of parts here is 2, and this is one of them, so hence the 1. This is another one of them, so hence the 1. And the total is 2, so hence the 2's. Alright, so this is my first fraction. This is the half. Now, take care that all of the strips are the same size, because when I'm comparing fractions, it's very important that I'm comparing something of the same size. Now, this one I divided it into 3 equal bits as well. Now I'm going to also cut it into 3 parts. Okay, now so I have here 3 equal parts. I will label them. Now, what do you think I should be labeling these parts? What is the total number of parts first? It's 3. So I know that my denominator is going to be 3, or the number at the bottom. Okay, this is 1 bit, so I'm going to call it 1 over 3. This is 1 over 3. And this is another 1 over 3. Okay? Okay, so here I have the 3/3. Right, now last thing, I'm going to do the 1/4. Again, I divided my paper into 4 equal parts. I'm going to cut them off now. Now the reason I'm going to cut them off is that I'm going to show you all the 3 fractions on top of each other, and you by yourself will be able to see which one is the biggest and which one is the smallest. Now here this is divided into 4 equal parts, so I'm going to call this 1 over 4, 1 over 4, 1 over 4, and 1 over 4. Right, so here are my little parts from each unit fraction. This is a half. Yeah, I'm going to write the names for you. This is a half. This is a 1/3. I call it 1/3, as you know, because this is 1, part, and the third because it's divided, the total piece is divided into 3 parts, so I call it 1/3. Here I will call this 1/4 or 1/4. Okay, now I'm going to take one of each, just one piece, to compare the sizes. Now, I started with strips of the same size, always remember that. And now, this one is 1/2 of a strip, this one is 1/3 of a strip, and this one is 1/4 of a strip. Okay, so what do you think? Which one do you think is the biggest one? Of course, it's the 1/2 type. Why did this happen? Because in the first strip, the one which I divided into 2 parts, I only divided into 2 parts, so the 2 parts were actually big enough. So when I divide into a fewer pieces, the fraction is going to be bigger. So when the bottom number is bigger, when the bottom number is smaller, this means I divided into less pieces, and this means that the pieces are bigger. So here I divided into 2 pieces, so the pieces, the halves, are bigger. The thirds are medium sized, and the quarters are the smallest. All right, so keep in mind that if all of the numerators or the number on top are the same, in this case they are all 1, I'm going to go look at the denominator or the number at the bottom, and I will find the biggest one. The biggest one is going to be the smallest piece, not the biggest piece. Take care. Okay? So the one with the denominator 4 is the smallest, the one with the denominator 3 is the medium sized, and the one with the denominator 2 is the biggest. All right? And always don't forget that if I have a number, a fraction, which is let's say 1/1 or 2/2 or 3/3, any number which is the same on the top and the bottom, it means that I'm talking about a whole shape. All right, because it means I have this number of pieces and this number shaded, which is basically the same. It just means I shaded the whole thing. All right. Thank you, grade 2, for attending this session. I hope you understood the idea of comparing fractions, and see you in the next session.